And we're back in 1911. I'm going to let this run on normal or slow speed, depending on how you look at it. I have both my oil trains headed down toward the refinery. The refinery wants to ship more product. As they come in and pick product up, that won't be a problem. But here, let me just pause it. I hate running at slow speed. I've had trucks pass back and forth. You can see my oil trucks heading north or taking oil. The trucks, let's see. The trucks coming south are bringing full loads of grain or food. Everything's going as we wish. And I'll check these towns out first because the oil started distributing before the food did because of the wrong cargo types over there. Virginia Beach is hitting 42% on food, 54% on oil. Anchorage is only 16 on food and 16 on fuel. So it's weird because the trucks are going the longer route here. They're trying to generate as much income as possible, I think. Over here I'm at 90% on fuel, 0% on food. They'll start picking up food in a little bit. Over here, the food hasn't hit the line. Well, I'm just going to turn it on the speed limit. And I want to see these trucks starting to bring some food in as well. You know what? I've noticed this before, and I don't want to give out bad advice, but I think what happens sometimes, it seems to me that the stuff on the left sometimes gets distributed before the stuff on the right. Now, I thought I saw some food go out of there, so. I have a lot of food coming in. I don't have a lot going out. What I'm going to obviously have to do here is increase my truck capacity because I'm not keeping up with demand. So what I want to do right away, add more trucks. That was line 7. Over here on line 11, not quite as bad. I want to add a couple trucks to line 11. And again, I don't want everything to back up and really cause stagnation along the line. And I'm going to have to do this for all 4 of these terminals here, all 4 cities. And then I'm going to add another train. Let's see what we got going up here. Line 9. There's a whole bunch of food waiting to come over here. And line 12 also has a bunch of food. It needs more steamroids as well. It's going to be really cool with this setup when I get the semis because they can haul a lot of product. Okay, so we'll add that and watch that and see how much those how well those new trucks help start reducing demand. So I wanted to add a train, but I really need to get this stuff distributed before I can tell how much more train capacity I need to add. And now Sioux Falls Suits, they each want me to ship more items out of there, and hopefully it's not because of this demand backlog, but the trucks will take care of that quick enough. As you start to get more complicated, there's way more room for unintended consequences. And it's just like a lot of people can learn how to juggle 3 balls at one time, But to step up and go to 5 or go to 7, boy, that's a whole nother story. A lot of people that can do 3 never get to do 5 or 7. Well, as you get more complexities going on and you're trying to keep more things in sync, it just gets increasingly difficult as you go. It requires more attention on your part as you go. Because right now these top routes are pretty simple. They're basically fire and forget the way they are. And until I get them more complex, they'll stay that way. Down here, I'm trying to get a little bit more fancy. Takes a little bit more hands-on approach while I get this all in tune and figured out. Now if we look at roads, this road has a speed limit of 25 miles an hour. The medium country road goes 37. So let's look at my trucks. How fast can my trucks go? My steam lorries can only go 16. At the moment, I don't have to worry about upgrading roads. I already knew this, but I want to show you how you have to think to maximize everything. A lot of people look at this and go, oh man, that's backing up. I need to add more trucks. Maybe all you needed to do, because your roads haven't upgraded, sometimes it'll automatically upgrade for you and sometimes it won't. But just the same way, you want to have your train engine and your train car match speed so that you're not wasting money on a real fast engine with slow train cars, or even worse, a bunch of cars capable of going real fast with a slow train engine. You want to match the top speed of your road with the top speed of your vehicles. Because if this road only lets you go 25 and I bring trucks online that can go faster, like I said, sometimes the game updates it, sometimes it doesn't. So make sure you're not hindering your supply capabilities with the old roads that we're using. Not a factor until I get several more trucks online, upgrades. So these are coming down pretty good. These are slowly inching down, not quite as fast. And as you can see, I'm running back with less than full product because I'm not distributing my food as much. So I really need to work on getting this food out of here. Line 12, I'm allocating over here. I don't have enough trucks on that line especially. And then I'll have to look at 9 again. I want to add more trucks. And then over on this side, line 9, I need to add still a couple more trucks over here. Don't want to overdo it. Because if you add too many, for a while it looks like, hey, yeah, I'm bringing the supply down, I'm bringing the storage levels down, and then you finally bring it down to 0, and now you have a bunch of trucks running empty. So better to just take your time and add a couple trucks, 3 or 4 or 5, depends on how much backlog you have at the time, and see how that's helping adjust. Over here at Anchorage, I'm at 54 and 46. 76 and 47. 76 and 97. I'm staying pretty full on fuel capacity there. And 91. No food. What's going on? Do I not have... Oh, you know what? This would be stupid. Look at this. I knew this was going to happen. I forgot about it. When I couldn't build down in here, it was just crazy expensive to do. I need to add another truck terminal over here and be able to fully supply all my commerce buildings. So I think I want to build it right near the edge here, and then I'll just create passenger line. Every time you don't check, you get the wrong thing. Always check, always check. Like I said, make mistakes. And now I want to build a line between these two depots. I don't have to add as many trucks between them, but I definitely want to put that in the system and have just a couple of trucks to start with and see how we do here, because this is a much shorter route back and forth. That'll help boost up that demand throughout the whole city, take care of all the commercial buildings there with the food. So far, it's the only town. I could have built, and you didn't see me when I built this, I could have built over in here, but the cost on it was just insane, and I didn't want to do it. So I decided I knew in the future I would have to do this, and I just forgot. So I'm glad I looked and realized I have to add that in. Open up this other window again and see how my two freight terminals are doing at exchanging, and it looks like they're decreasing their storage pretty well. Line 12 flows into Virginia Beach. Now I should start seeing more food flow over here because where was that I had that? Down in Topeka. I should start seeing more food flow into Topeka because now I'm covering all the commercial. None yet, but that should pick up here a little bit. Let's see what's... And what will happen right here, as soon as I get to less than a whole truck full of fuel, the next truck in will start carrying food until I get more fuel in, and then just sit here and watch. Right now I'm carrying food. Once the next fuel train comes in and I have fuel to carry, or more trucks bring fuel across the central grid, my next local truck will take the fuel. As soon as there's not a full truckload, it'll go back and take the food. So if I ever want to reduce this food storage, I have to have enough trucks to get my fuel down to below a truck, and then they'll start working on the oversupply of food. And this terminal is this one right here, Lower Anchorage. Again, the strange naming, because it says Lower Anchorage, but it's really Upper Anchorage. So as you can see, this was way higher than it is now. I'm slowly pulling this down. So it may take a little bit of time, but I think I have this pretty well in line with where I need it to be. Line 11 is also pulling down, so I'll just let that go for now. And what I'm going to do is let it run several trips, probably for a couple of years at most. And I'm going to focus on extending that line up north. I'm up to $106 million. I'm 10% of the way to my billion, but I only have 85 years left to do it. Not to worry, I think I'm pretty well set with reaching that $1 billion goal on this $1 billion baby now. So I'm going to extend out to here, finally let this train get the 260, or by the time I do this, I'll have the next bigger train. Build in the line this way and add another whole rail line. That will be coming up on the next episode.